Good morning, and welcome to Question and Obfuscation. I'm your host, Peter O'Brien. My guest this morning was to have been Climate Change and Energy Minister Chris Bowen. But unfortunately, in his role as President of COP negotiations, he's been called away to inspect luxury resorts in Fiji. Apparently, the accommodation booked for the pre-COP conference due in October has proved to be below standard for world leaders, most of whom have declined the invitation. So His Excellency is now spearheading an operation to find appropriate digs for the dignitaries. And he's also overseen a major revamp of the entertainment program. It seems Midnight Oil will still be appearing in the opening ceremony, but it will now be headlined by Taylor Swift. And I believe the London Philharmonic is locked in for the closing ceremony. So Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has graciously stepped into the breach. Good morning, Prime Minister, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me again, Pete.
Prime Minister, last time we spoke, we touched briefly on One Nation. At that time, you were quite dismissive of them. But has their continued rise caused you to change your mind on that?
Look, Pete, in this country, we have very serious problems to solve, and we need serious people to solve them. One Nation are not serious people. They're not interested in solving anything. They're only interested in two things: making you afraid of it and telling you who's to blame for it.
Where have I heard that before? Wait, it'll come to me. Ah, yes, the American president. Prime Minister, you delivered those lines beautifully. And Michael Douglas, eat your heart out. So let me digress slightly. Recently, you appeared on a podcast where you expressed a desire to, quote, shag Kylie Minogue, unquote. Do you think that demeaned the office of Prime Minister and diminished your credentials as a serious person?
I reject the premise of that question, Peter. I did not express a desire to shag Kylie. What I said was, I'd do it if I had to. That's totally different. It's a compliment to Kylie. It just means I'm a big fan of hers, as Tanya Plibersek explained.
If you say so. We'll leave it there, for the moment. Let's get back to One Nation. What will you do about One Nation?
Look, I'll tell you what I won't do. What I won't do, Peter, is go into a coalition government with them or accept their preferences. I'm definitely ruling that out. No, I'll go further. I'm making that a commitment. No, let's make that a firm commitment. I can't say fairer than that. Can Angus Taylor do the same?
Time will tell on that. But what about doing deals with the Greens?
I'm ruling that out, as we always do. That's important. Labor has been consistent on this over many years.
Not doing deals with the Greens?
No, ruling out doing deals with the Greens. We'll always rule it out. It's a matter of principle for us, and that's very important.
So just to be clear, what does that ruling out mean?
It means we probably won't do deals with the Greens.
Probably not?
Well, possibly not.
Okay, so business as usual. Now moving on, recently you criticised Pauline Hanson for accepting the gift of an aircraft from Gina Rinehart. Is that a fair criticism?
Look, One Nation say they stand for battlers, and at the same time they're getting planes given to them by Australia's richest person and receiving donations from some of the very wealthiest people. Hobnobbing with billionaires at overseas resorts doesn't sound very working class to me.
Didn't you recently attend a dinner at the house of a Chinese billionaire who is currently under investigation by the ATO, a dinner at which reportedly $1 million was raised from, in fact, a very wealthy person.
Look, how hard can it be? For the 50th time, I attend lots of dinners, lots and lots of them, mostly sausage sizzles, of course, very, very working class, and that's very important.
Okay, I can see I'm not going to have any more success on this than David Spears did. I'd now like to move away from domestic issues. Recently, you hosted the Japanese Prime Minister at what was rather a low-key international visit. Did anything substantive come out of that?
Yes, absolutely. We discussed defence and trade, and thanks to a masterful effort by Penny Wong, supported by me, of course, Japan agreed to maintain essential refined petroleum and diesel exports to Australia that will secure our energy future going forward.
And what did Japan get in return?
Well, for one thing, we've doubled our imports of Japanese melons.
Let's not go there.
It was a joke, Peter. Chill out. But then again, maybe you're right. Those haters at the Murdoch media will just weaponise it against me. They always do. They've got no understanding of that great Aussie concept of the fair go. Oh, look, can you just edit it out anyway?
Not a problem. We're running out of time, so let me finish on a personal note. One of your strengths is that you are perceived as having the common touch.
How could I not have it, Pete, having been raised in public housing by my single mum?
Right so. That common touch was quite evident in that podcast that we referred to earlier. In it, you shared with us that you and Jodie are still bonking like rabbits, time permitting, of course. And you also shared with us that a Rabbitohs win is a great aphrodisiac. So let me ask, is Jodie really that big a fan of the Rabbitohs?
No, Pete, the Rabbitohs win is for me. This job is no picnic.
Well, thank you for clearing that up. Prime Minister, we've run out of time, so please let me thank you so much for finding the time to come on to Q&O.
Always a pleasure, Peter.